Hey everybody, this is Chef Bill with HyVee. I'm bringing you my Thanksgiving dinner. The ones I make for my family and my daughter and her kids and husband. And this is something I wanted to do because I cook a turkey a little bit different than everybody. I cook my turkey in an hour and a half, so long as it's a 15-pound bird or less. That's right, you heard me, an hour and a half. And everybody's grandmother gets up at 3 in the morning or the night before, and it takes 4 or 5 hours. This method, so long as it's a 15-pound bird or less, an hour and a half on average, not a problem. So we're gonna show you how we do it and why we do it. But the first thing we do is we're gonna brine our bird. So the first thing we're gonna do is take a turkey and we're gonna brine it, and I'm gonna give you the recipe for it. Real simple, real easy to do, and you're not spending a lot of money. So let's get this going here. I've already got a half a gallon of water in this pot. I want to get that going, and it's going to call for a gallon, but I'll show you a trick of mine so I can get everything brined and ready to go in just a minute, all right? First of all, the thing calls for a cup of kosher salt. That's what you got here, kosher salt, or it could be a sea salt. You just don't want the regular salt, all right? So I'm going to put it in here, fill it up, you just say, my gosh, look how much salt that's going in here. I've cleaned all that salt out of the ocean, look at it. And that's what we're going to do. And all I want to do right here, fill that baby up and put it in. We're going to get it in there. That guy is done. And then the next thing we're going to do is put some honey in there. If you don't want to use the honey, just have sugar, don't worry about it. It's going to call for a quarter of a cup of honey or a quarter of a cup of sugar plus 2 tablespoons, all right? Look at that. Some bees real happy flying around. All right. And I'm going to put a little bit in there. That's the 2 tablespoons I was talking about. We're going to mix that in. And we're going to get it going. Now, another trick, because you're not going to use that spoon. That water's already hot. I'm going to let the salt disappear, because that's kind of what we want to do. Get it to disappear, clean that baby out, and you're ready to go. And move that down there. So let's move it in there. And the next thing I want, 12 bay leaves. And I got bay leaves here, a small container that you get off the shelf, that's enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I always count my bay leaves because that's one of the things when they soften up, it can stick in the back of the throat and you can choke, and we don't want that to happen. So we're a little bit cautious, and I want everybody to be safe. So if you know you put 12 bay leaves in there, just kind of watch out for that a little bit. Next thing is going to be a half a cup of garlic. Now, if you know anything about me, you know I love my garlic, all right? And the garlic's already pre-chopped, so I'm not worried about it. That means I didn't have to do it. All right, it doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be minced. You're just using it as a brine. All right, that's going in there. On top of that, you're going to call for 2 tablespoons of peppercorns. This is stuff we should have in the house anyway. It's 1. A couple more go in there, big deal, all right? That's in there. Calls for a half an ounce of rosemary. That's those small little things of rosemary you get off the shelf, Tones or HyVee. So we're going to call that probably, a good tablespoon. Dump it in there. Ready to go. Then you have a tablespoon of thyme. Again, a small container, not a big deal. You smell that. Boy, is that gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now we have a little parsley. I chopped the parsley, so I'm going to throw it in there. It makes it look real cute like me. I'm going to put it in, and I want to make sure everything is, at this point, dissolved. And then what I'm going to do, shut that off, that's hot. That other half a gallon of water I was talking about, I take ice and put it in, pour it over it, make a half a gallon like you used to do when you made Kool-Aid. And that's going to automatically cool that baby down so that you can use that right away. When that ice is melted, that water is going to be cool enough to pour over the turkey, and you have nothing to worry about. So, what we've done at this point, gonna move that out of the way. I got a bucket here. Now you can use a roasting pan or a smaller container, just something you want to put the bird in. And this is the bird that I have here. This here is Fred, all right? I named my birds Fred, or last year my bird's name was Amelia, so Fred's gonna go in today. I've already taken the neck out, and I've taken the package with the gizzards and the liver and the heart and stuff like that. And people say, well, that's gross, but you know something? We're gonna show you how to make a gravy out of that one, and it won't be any problem. I've opened it up, cleaned it up, it's looking good. I'm gonna take Fred and put him right in the bucket. Now, if you have a pot, spaghetti pot that'll fit in your refrigerator, that's kind of what you wanna do. So you got it in there, that's ready to go. Everything's in here ready to go. Oh my gosh, it smells good. You can have that salt. What salt does is actually puts the flavor back in. I'm pouring it right over. I'm able to handle this, not a problem. I am going to use, I want all that goodness down in there. All right, all ready to go. And we're going to take Fred, make sure he's down. And I'm putting Fred down so the breast side is as much under the brine as possible. Close it up. And you want to brine it a minimum of 12 hours, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and we're going to get going here. That's ready to go.